Hey everybody, you might want to turn up the volume because this is going to be quiet. I have to be quiet right now, and I'm respectful enough to shut the fuck up, so I'm gonna do that. And at the same time, we're gonna watch this video, okay? The Itchy and Scratchy Show.
What's up, everybody? It's Chance here. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. If you do know me, what's up? How you guys doing? If you don't, my name is Chance, aka, or formerly known on YouTube by various names, such as DK Customs,
Oh my god.
LCW Customs, but most commonly, I'm known as, PsyRaxx, as a lot of people know me. But I'm here to speak on a very serious topic that everyone's afraid to speak on, that I'm actually going to share very real insight on.
Nobody's afraid, they just don't care.
Almost had their lives ruined by social media. If you guys don't know, I started YouTube back in 2009. I actually started it the day after my best friend David had unfortunately passed in a drowning accident. And my first video ever was a memorial to him and stuff like that, and I posted it up, and at first I didn't take it serious. At first I didn't take YouTube seriously. It was just kind of something that I did. My main focus at that time was just, getting through school. Your typical teenager stuff. Getting through school, worried about
forever, didn't it?
That kind of stuff. But it wasn't until about 2013 when...
I want to know what kind of school keeps a student until they're 23 years old. Like, Jesus Christ, what point do you kick the fucker out? Right? Like, I would not want a 23-year-old student around 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, especially PsyRaxx.
I started to take YouTube very seriously, because I'd always had a knack for doing music and artwork, and I took more to doing the music side of things with YouTube. I had initially started out on this site at the time it was called Club Create, and then later on down the line it got switched to Loop Labs. And now Loop Labs, I don't know what's going on with it. Like, I don't know.
What are we doing here? I might not even post this shit.
Or working on new stuff, I don't know. But I had started posting up, instrumentals up there and stuff like that I had made that weren't bad. I mean, they weren't bad for what they were, but they weren't up to par with what I'm doing now, to say the least. I mean, they were good. They were fire for what they were. Like, they were not bad. But it just, they weren't as good as what I'm doing now. Is basically what I'm saying. And I went on and off between, doing music and, focusing on my schoolwork. And then in about 2014, I came across this YouTuber, Jacksepticeye. Now, Jacksepticeye was freaking awesome. I loved him. Like, I loved what he was about, his gaming videos. The stuff he was doing was just really, really cool, and I really liked it. And at that time, there weren't very many, gamer YouTubers out at that time. So, I said, screw it. why not take my love for, trying to break records, which I was. I was very much into trying to break records at that time. Um, I figured why not take my love for doing that and then my love for gaming and post it up, and I kind of did that. And on and off, it gained a little bit of attention, but not too much. But it wasn't until it wasn't until 2018. Or no, it wasn't until 2017. My bad. It wasn't until 2017, which is when I saw the dark side of social media. And I do mean the very dark side of social media. How I got drug into it was through this girl named Kendall Smith, who I had met through actually some good friends of ours. Me and her had started, dating, and things were going good. Things were going very, very good. And then one day, just out of nowhere, things just went very weird, honestly. Like, they went very, very weird. She had actually come forward, and I know I sound crazy saying this, but this is legitimately what she believed. So believe me, I wish I was making this stuff up, but there's no way that I can make any of this up. But these next events that I'm about to speak about is what led to me being harassed over time. And how things got progressively worse. Well, Kendall hit me up the one day, like usual. And at first, I noticed that she was acting very out of character, very strange, and just very odd. And I kind of ignored it, thinking maybe it was just me. Cause it was a really rainy, nasty day out that day, so it was kind of I kind of figured maybe it was just the weather. Maybe I was just kind of in one of those weird moods, whatever. Didn't think anything of it.
It's the weather.
But what Kendall told me next was, inside I kind of wanted to laugh, but at the same time I didn't, because I could tell that there was something not right. Kendall had come forward and told me that she was part werewolf, and that if she had taken the meds that I was reminding her to take, because she was taking meds.
Alright, you wanna know what? You're making people think that she's psycho and crazy and delusional. There are true mental illnesses out there, and maybe she really fucking thought that she was part werewolf. I don't fucking know the bitch. I mean, I don't know the chick. Sorry. There is true mental illness, and the way you're speaking about it is really fucked up. I mean, did she really believe that she was part werewolf? Does anybody know? You know what? It doesn't really even matter. It doesn't matter. The point that matters is he's making people think that she's fucked up right out the gate, right? Before he even says anything.
She told me that if she were to take those meds, that she would be affected by it, and that it would affect that side of her. And at first I didn't know what to believe. At first, my first thought was, okay, I know there's things in this world that are unexplained, that we're not all sure of.
And is this the point? Is this the speaking on the horrors of social media? Is this what you're gonna do? Is just sit and make fun of people? and like talk about other people, you're the horror in YouTube. You are the horror. You are the thing nightmares are made of. Kids cry in their bed at night hoping you do not come and take them away. Jesus Christ, especially young girls, right?
And there are things in this world that, we thought weren't real but actually are. One of those things being the spirit realm. And at first I took it as that, but then I really thought about it and I was like, there's no way. So I kindly asked her, hey, go ahead and, take your meds, chill out, relax,
Oh my God,
whatever.
Read the comments.
Well, when I reminded her a second time, she basically told me we were done. And, she was blocking me, whatever. And at that point I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. It is what it is what it is. Now, I took it as just that. Like, I did not think she was going to do what she did next. I thought that she was just going to block me, leave it as is, not think anything of it. And just leave things alone and move on with their life. Well, I was wrong. I had found out through a friend of ours after she had blocked me that Candle went on to post videos on Facebook talking shit about me.
So
And because
what?
I did not have a way to get the video directly to her, I had to go to my YouTube channel at that time.
Oh, the horrors.
And I had made a video on there calling her out on her lies. And I knew she had a YouTube channel through a friend of ours who had linked me up to it.
I wish
So I
you'd just
knew
get
she
to
would
the fucking
see
point.
what I was posting. I knew she would see the video. So I calmly asked her, like, hey, why the hell are you talking crap on me when I've not done anything to you? We broke up. I left you alone. You should have left me alone.
There are people out in the world that just don't fucking like you, PsyRaxx. Jesus Christ. You want to call out every single fucking person. You need to find something better to do with your life, dude. Jesus Christ. And get to the point. What is your point? It's been like 11 minutes now. Move on.
Well, that's when the harassment with her started. And that continued on and off on YouTube here and there. And it garnered a little bit of attention, but not enough to do anything with. But around July of that next year is when things took a turn for the worst. And that's when everything really started to go downhill for me. That next year, she had faked her own death. And I mean that in every sense of the word. She literally tried to fake her own death.
Okay, we got it. Literally.
I was actually posting a YouTube video at the time when I had gotten a notification that my friend Boogeyman the Clown, Paul.
Damn, dude, you are just unloading her shit all over the place. Like, I hope she fucking finds you and does something to... Really. Like, get to the fucking point. Everybody's done with Candlesmith, okay? You think she's weird. Got it. Let's move on.
Had been dating her, and he had posted
Poor guy.
At the time, Kendall and Paul were dating. And I didn't know that until I saw his comment on my video stating that he hoped that I was happy, and because Kendall was dead and that I was to blame. Well, in doing so, that garnered the attention of YouTubers such as Juggalo Drama Alert, aka Boy Boy, who I didn't know who that was at the time, and it garnered the attention of one of my biggest trolls, Music Biz Marty, who I can honestly say and I can genuinely say this without a doubt, he is genuinely a scumbag.
Wow, big words.
Well, Marty began harassing me over it, and I explained to him that I had nothing to do with it, that I had not spoken to her in like over a year. And ever since then, a lot of things have happened. I had been called for like the next 2 years to follow. I had been called a murderer, a psychopath, that I needed to kill myself.
A pedophile.
That they hoped I was happy because Kendall was pregnant when she killed herself. There was all kinds of wild accusations being thrown at me. Well, that harassment from Marty,
look at him,
after I cleared up my name with the candle stuff and I cleared my name, that's when things started getting really, really, really bad.
Lean in, because it's about to get serious.
I had started to get harassed by Marty on a almost daily basis. He would leave, shitty comments on my channel or in my live streams I was doing. Because at that time, I found out that, you can live stream. And it was around the time when Google Hangouts was a thing. I don't know if many of you guys remember Google Hangouts.
Yep.
But that's around the time when all that went down. And Marty had, screwed with me here and there. But it was when Juggalo Drama Alert found out about all this that things were really starting to progress in a negative light. Because at the time I was being painted as a murderer, as a psychopath, and all this other stuff.
Wait a minute, it says speaking on the horrors of social media. It doesn't say, hey, we're going to speak about me being a victim once again ad nauseum.
Well, about a year and a half after, in 2019 is when things really took the worst turn and led me to where I now have trouble doing things.
But your life was so great.
I've actually gotten introduced to a YouTuber who I was very good friends with by the name of The Real Miss Jamie Nicole. Now, at the time, I didn't know what a troll community was. I didn't know what the term troll meant. Had no idea of it whatsoever. I didn't know what that was, so I literally had to have somebody actually sit down and explain to me, hey, this is what a troll is.
Oh my God.
This is what they do.
I bet you had to take a whole class, huh?
So I kind of kept my eye out. Okay.
Isn't that funny? Somebody had to literally sit him down and explain to him what a troll was. Okay, you just proved you're a fucking retard. Okay, somebody had to literally sit me down and explain to me what a troll was. Oh my fucking God. Still, we are not to the point. All we're hearing about is what a victim he is. Again. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Because I have to. I have to.
Well, that's what Jamie was on stream. She played the role of a troll. But outside of YouTube, the real Miss Jamie Nicole is actually one of the nicest people you could ever be around.
Wait a minute, I heard you guys didn't like each other.
Like, she was super friendly, super nice. Always asking if me and my family needed anything. Always checking in, asking if we're alright.
Am I wrong? I heard they did not like each other.
Anyway, that's just the kind of person that she was.
I've seen videos where you didn't like each other.
Very sweet, very, very nice. You know, and God rest her soul. She actually passed away. That a couple months later, after meeting her, from
well, then you guys
either
were real
a drug
close.
Overdose or COVID. Like like the cause of her death is still very much unknown.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Why do you gotta sit there and say she died either from a drug overdose or COVID? I don't know. We were really, really good friends though, but I only known her a couple months. Come on, dude. You're just gonna sit there and talk shit about people constantly. Just talk shit about this person, and then you're gonna talk shit about that person, and how you're a fucking victim. I don't know. It's kind of boring.
I can't say for certain because I'm always getting different stories. But it was after Jamie's passing.
What am I gonna say next?
That things got worse than what I could have ever imagined.
He's such a drama king.
Like, I never in my whole life thought that I would be in the position that I got put in. And when I mean being put in the position I got in, I mean, like, you know how you see, you know, those murders on TV, and you think, oh, like, that'll never happen to me. You know, like, you don't think that kind of stuff will happen to you.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward.
And that's kind of how it was with me. Because after I found out what a troll is, I started seeing, like, all these people getting, you know, swatted and cops called and this and that and the other. Never thought that I would be a victim of that. Never thought that it would happen to me. I thought there was no way that's going to happen to me. These guys aren't going to do that. You know, they're not that evil. Oh.
Yeah, because they're just going to be like, let's pick on this guy out of the blue. Let's just send cops to his house. Let's swat him. I bet you had nothing to do with opening your mouth and talking some shit, huh? You poor little fucking victim, you.
Again, I was wrong.
You deserve everything you've ever gotten. That's horrible.
That's when I really started to get attacked. Like, fully fledged attacked.
Are you gonna speak on how you're a pedophile?
And all. People have been, you know, calling cops to my house, sending pizzas to my house, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
And that carried on for about, from 2019, I know, it was about 2020. I know, it was 2020 when shit passed. Because 2019 was when a lot of the candle stuff was still continuing on.
Christ, who cares?
But after Jamie's passing in 2020, like I said, I was being harassed, attacked, getting cops sent to my house and this, that, and the other. And all of that continued up into the beginning of last year. Well, I'd say towards like the middle, it was like 8 months. Well, 9 months now. And that's when things really got as the worst that I've ever seen on social media. As me and Marty still do not like each other, we cannot stand each other. He thought it would be funny to pull a very messed up catfish on me. Now, keep in mind, this person I did not know existed. And I've gotten a lot of heat from it. And I do mean a lot of heat from it. At one point, me and Marty, actually at that time that she came around, me and Marty were trying to squash our differences and squash our beef with each other. And we were like, look, let's just be friends, Well, this girl by the name of Masshole Reports showed up on his stream. And when she first started talking to me, everything was good. We started out as friends, yada, yada, yada. One thing led to another. Very similar situation to the candle stuff. Very, very similar. In the fact that she had begun to act crazy. But only this was on a live stream.
Everybody else is crazy.
She had began to act very weird on Marty's live stream, saying that she belonged to the streets of Costco and that she was strung out, high, doped up. Like, she was acting very much out there.
Because she was playing you, you fucking fool.
Well, when I saw her acting like that, I said, look, I can't be part of this. I've been through this once and I'm not doing it again.
Maybe it's you,
I already
then.
dealt with one crazy bitch. I don't need to deal with another. Well, it was after that incident that my life almost got ruined. About 2 or 3 days after that incident, with Masshole Reports, I did like I did with Kendall. Got rid of her and blocked her. Well, it wasn't until a couple days after that things really got fucked up. Now, bear in mind, my phone number was already out there due to my ex, Heather, the one that lived here for a while. Not the first Heather, but the second one. Basically my number got put out there and shit. So I get this call from somebody who I thought was a supporter and a fan, because she had claimed to be 17, was about to be 18 that very day. So by that point, she was literally 18. Because she had said, hey, my birthday's in just a few minutes, and I'm still, I'm getting ready to graduate high school. I got held back here, and I'm being bullied. What can I do to stop a lot of the bullying? Because I've never been in this situation. So I told her, okay, look, these are the things that I did when I was a kid in high school. When I was in high school, this is how I dealt with my bullying. And how I made it stop for a short period of time. It wasn't a long-term solution, but it was enough to, get her through to where she could graduate without being harassed. And she had told me, hey, I'm 18, down. For no reason at all except to laugh at me. because I have had three different murder attempts, or more commonly known as assassination attempts, on my life.
Oh my God.
3 different assassination attempts.
And you have given $1 billion to other people. Are you fucking... You're so full of shit, dude. You're so fucking full of shit. I just want to smash your face in.